Your ancestors are watching you, and if you are feeling bored and tired by sitting on a chair, then you are born to lose, because you are essentially spitting on the graves of every man who had to bleed and suffer, so that you could even have the luxury of a chair to sit in. You have to understand that in the spiritual coliseum of your bloodline there are thousands of men who faced the cold, who faced the blade, and who faced the absolute starvation of winter just to ensure that the spark of your existence wasn't extinguished. And for you to look at a computer screen and claim that you are tired is the ultimate act of treason against your own Dina. Your ancestors didn't have the option of being bored, because boredom is a luxury for the protected and the weak who have no real problems and no real enemies to fight. In the world of 2026, the computer is the battlefield and the chair is your throne, and if you cannot handle the weight of that throne for 8 hours straight, then you are admitting that you are a substandard human being who was born to be a servant to the machines rather than the master of them. You have to realize that the boredom you feel is actually a psychological weapon being deployed by the Matrix to test your resolve and to see if you are worthy of the 1% code, or if you are just another zombie who is destined to be liquidated in the coming schism. If you cannot sit still and focus your mind on a single objective without needing a hit of dopamine from a phone or a distraction from a fake friend, then you have already been defeated by the system without a single shot being fired. Real men in 2026 understand that the hunt has moved from the forest to the digital landscape, and the weapon of choice is your focus. And if your focus is weak, then you are a hunter without a spear, and you will starve while the machines feast on your potential. Imagine your great-grandfather watching you from the beyond, a man who worked until his hands were raw and his back was broken just to put a roof over his family's head. And imagine him seeing you quit a task because you don't feel like it, or because you're bored. He would look at you with a level of disgust that would burn your soul, because he knows that he survived the impossible so that you could do the possible, and you are failing at the simplest level of masculine discipline. You have to change your inner self, and you have to realize that the tiredness you feel is a lie told to you by your own comfort, because your body is designed to go much further than your mind currently allows it to. If you are born to lose, then keep complaining and keep taking breaks and keep wondering why nothing has changed. But if you are born to win, then you will sit in that chair until the bag is secured and the mission is completed, regardless of how your back feels or how your eyes burn. The 1% are not the ones with the most talent, they are the ones with the most endurance, and they are the ones who can outsit, outwork, and outfocus the entire planet. While the zombies are wandering around looking at their mobile phones, you are the one who is locked in, and you are the one who is executing the plan that will make your next year fundamentally different from the same boring, broke night you've been living for the last decade. You promised yourself change, but change is not something that happens to you. It is something you force upon the world through the sheer density of your effort. If you are sitting on a chair and you feel like quitting, then you are proving that you are a slave to your biological urges and a slave to the Matrix's programming. You have to become the machine, and you have to do the work, regardless of whether you are in the mood, because the mood is a tool of the average man to justify his own mediocrity. Work is for real men, and money is for real men, and respect is for real men, and none of those things are given to the man who is bored. Imagine the respect in your wife's eyes when she sees you working with the intensity of a man who is claiming a kingdom, and imagine the pride in your father's heart when he realizes he raised a machine of productivity. That respect and that pride are earned in the hours of silence where you are alone with the computer and you refuse to quit. If you are incapable of this, then you are born to lose, and you should stop complaining about your situation, because you are exactly where you deserve to be. But if you want the 1% life, then you have to adopt the 1% discipline, and that means 8 hours is the minimum, and 12 hours is the standard, and 16 hours is the goal. Never stop trying, because most people fail because they stop trying, and they stop trying because they are bored. Boredom is the graveyard of dreams, and tiredness is the excuse of the defeated. Lock in now and do what you are supposed to do, because no one is coming to save you and no one will work for you. If you are broke tomorrow, it is because you chose to be bored today. You have to realize that the AI world of 2026 is specifically designed to identify the weak-willed and remove them from the economic equation. And if you can't even stay focused on a computer, then you are the first one on the list for deletion. You are competing against billions of people and thousands of algorithms, and the only way to win is to be the ghost in the machine that never stops and never tires and never loses focus. Your ancestors didn't die for a loser, and your bloodline doesn't deserve a weak link. So stand up in your mind even while you sit in your chair and execute with the cold efficiency of a predator. The same day, same boring broke night ends the moment you decide to be a winner, and it ends the moment you realize that your inner self is the only thing standing between you and the millions of dollars you claim to want. Most people don't even believe in themselves, but you have to believe in you so hard that it becomes a physical force that bends reality to your will. If you can't even believe in your own ability to sit in a chair and work, then you are already a ghost. But if you can master the chair, then you can master the computer. And if you can master the computer, then you can master the 2026 economy. This is the code, and this is the only way out of the rat trap. Don't be the man who dies a loser because he was too soft for the digital age. Be the man who broke the chains and proved his worth to the entire universe through the endless work of a focused mind. The ancestors are watching, so give them a show worth watching and give them a son they can be proud of. Every second you spend being tired is a second you are failing them. Every second you spend being bored is a second you are betraying yourself. Lock in. Work. Win. You have to understand that the modern world has tried to feminize the concept of work by making it about satisfaction and fulfillment. But real work is about duty, and it is about the cold, hard necessity of winning. Your ancestors didn't find fulfillment in plowing a field for 14 hours in the rain. They found it in the fact that their children didn't starve. And you need to find your fulfillment in the fact that your bloodline is becoming powerful. If you are sitting on a chair and you feel like you are struggling, then good, because struggle is the only thing that creates value. If it were easy, everyone would be rich, but getting rich is for the few who can handle the mental pressure of the digital hunt. If you are born to lose, then you will keep looking for a shortcut or a way to make the work fun. But if you are born to win, then you will accept that the work is a grind, and you will embrace the grind like a brother. The zombies are out there right now wasting their lives on distractions, and that is your biggest advantage, because every hour they spend distracted is an hour you spend getting ahead. The competition is at its lowest because the human spirit is at its weakest, and if you can just be a little bit stronger than the average zombie, you will own everything they lose. You have to change your inner self from a consumer to a producer and from a reactor to an actor. Stop reacting to the tiredness and start acting on the mission. If you promised last year that things would change, then prove it by working until the boring broke nights are a distant memory and your life is a series of high-stakes victories. You have the tools, and you have the brain, and you have the history of 1,000 survivors in your blood, so use it. Don't let the mood of a Tuesday afternoon determine your financial destiny. Be a machine. Be a winner. Be the 1%. The chair is not a prison, it is a launching pad for your sovereignty. Sit there and build your world until the world has no choice but to acknowledge your name. The ancestors are silent, but they are observing every move you make. Don't let them see a coward. Let them see a king in the making. Let them see a man who can handle the 2026 schism with his eyes closed and his mind locked. This is the only path to the bag, and the only path to the respect you crave. Lock in now or stay broke forever. The choice is yours, but the consequences are eternal. If you are incapable of sitting for 8 hours, then you are incapable of being a man in the new world. If you are incapable of focus, then you are incapable of freedom. Change the inner self and you change the destiny. Do the work regardless of the boredom, and do the work regardless of the fatigue. Never stop trying, because the win is right around the corner for the man who refuses to quit. This is the manifesto of the survivors. This is the code of the 1%. Win in your mind, win in your chair, and win in your life. You must also realize that the reason most people stop trying is that they are looking for validation from a world that is designed to keep them down, and when they don't get that pat on the back, they lose their drive and return to the safety of the herd. You cannot be that man. You have to be self-validated. You have to be the source of your own fire. If nobody believes in you, it doesn't matter, because you believe in you. If nobody works for you, it doesn't matter, because you work for you. If nobody saves you, it doesn't matter, because you save you. Self-reliance is the ultimate form of power in 2026, and self-reliance requires you to never stop trying regardless of the external feedback. The Matrix will try to discourage you by making your efforts look futile. It will show you people who are succeeding without trying, just to make you feel like your hard work is a waste. But those people are puppets. Their success is a hollow illusion that can be taken away in a heartbeat. Your success, the success built on the foundation of never stopping, is solid. It is real. It is yours forever. When you earn your money through relentless work on the computer, when you earn your respect through years of discipline in the gym, when you earn your sovereignty through the refusal to follow the rules of the zombies, nobody can take that away from you. You have to be the architect of your own destiny, and an architect never stops until the building is complete. Imagine the day you stand in your completed empire and you look back at all the times you wanted to quit. You will laugh at those moments because you will realize how close you were to being a loser and how lucky you are that you chose to be a machine instead. But it wasn't luck. It was the decision to never stop trying. It was the choice to be the 1%. Your father is waiting for that day. Your wife is waiting for that day. Your bloodline is waiting for that day. Don't let them down. Don't let the ghost in the machine go silent. Keep the engine running. Keep the focus locked. Keep the no days off mentality alive in every cell of your body. The world of 2026 is a battlefield. And on a battlefield, you never stop trying to survive and conquer until the enemy is neutralized. The enemy is mediocrity. The enemy is distraction. The enemy is the average. Neutralize them all with the weapon of your persistence. Never stop trying. Most people fail because they stop trying. You will not fail because you will never stop. You will keep trying until the universe has no choice but to bow. You will keep trying until the bag is overflowing. You will keep trying until your name is etched in the stars. This is the final rule of the manifesto. This is the ultimate law of the 1%. Never stop trying. Do you hear me? Never stop. The zombies are already asleep, but you are awake and you are moving. Stay awake, stay moving, stay winning. The crown is waiting for the man who never stopped reaching for it. Is that man you? Prove it. Work. Now. Every single hour. Every single day. Forever. The 100,000 words are just a reflection of the endless effort you must put in. If you can read this and not feel the urge to work for 8 hours straight, then you are already a zombie. But if you feel the fire, if you feel the drive, if you feel the weight of your responsibility, then get to the computer and start building. The digital hunt is on, and the winners are already ahead. Catch up. Surpass them. Dominate them. Never stop trying. This is the only way to be free. This is the only way to be a man. This is the only way to win in the world of 2026. The schism is widening, and the side you are on is determined by your persistence. Stay on the winning side. Stay on the 1% side. Stay on the side of the men who never stopped. You promised yourself last year that this year would be different, and you sat there on December 31st with a heart full of lies, telling anyone who would listen that your next year would be changed. But look at the calendar, and look at your bank account, and look at the reflection in the mirror, and tell me honestly, is anything changed? Yet no, absolutely nothing has been changed, and you are still trapped in the same cycle of mediocrity, and the same day leads into the same boring, broke night where you lay in bed staring at the ceiling, wondering why the universe hasn't handed you the keys to the kingdom. Nothing has been changed because you are still the same man with the same weak habits and the same soft excuses and the same desperate need for the world to feel sorry for you. But the world of 2026 doesn't feel sorry for losers. It only harvests them for parts. You have to realize that your life will never be changed until you change your inner self and until you rewrite the actual code of your soul. Because you cannot build a new reality on top of an old, broken operating system. You are trying to install a 1% life on 99% hardware, and the system is crashing every single time because the you that exists today is not capable of being a multi-millionaire or a sovereign, king, or a man of power. You have to kill the version of yourself that makes promises and start being the version of yourself that takes action, because the Matrix loves a man who promises change tomorrow while he stays a slave today. Every single boring, broke night is a testimony to your lack of internal evolution, and it is a sign that the ghost in the machine is still asleep at the wheel of your destiny. You think that if you just get a better job, or if you just find a lucky coin, that your life will suddenly transform, but you have it backward, because external change is just a shadow cast by internal revolution. If you don't change the inner self, the part of you that chooses the phone over the work, the part of you that chooses the fun over the discipline, the part of you that fears the struggle, then you are doomed to repeat the same year for the next 4 decades until you die a ghost in a machine you never mastered. You promised last year that you would be the man who breaks the chains, but you are still wearing them, and you are even starting to like the way they feel, because they give you an excuse to stay in the herd. But the herd is being liquidated in 2026, and the middle ground you think you're standing on is actually a trapdoor that is about to drop you into the abyss of the permanent underclass. You have to change the inner self now, because the clock doesn't care about your intentions, and the AI doesn't care about your potential, it only cares about your execution. If you are still the same man who was broke last year, then you are a man who has learned nothing and forgotten everything about the actual nature of reality. You have to be the machine that executes regardless of the mood, and you have to be the man who never stops trying, even when the night is boring and the progress is slow. The reason your nights are boring is that you have no mission that excites you, and the reason you are broke is that you haven't provided enough value to the world to justify the bag. This isn't a mystery, and it isn't a conspiracy, it is a reflection of your internal worth. Change the inner self, and you change the output. Change the output, and you change the life. You promised yourself a new life, but a new life requires a new man, and a new man requires the death of the old one. Are you ready to kill the loser you've been for the last 12 months? Are you ready to stop lying to your father and your bloodline about what you're going to do, and actually start doing it? The 1% code is waiting for you to unlock it, but you can't unlock it with the same key you used last year. You need to be a machine of focus, and a machine of discipline, and a machine of absolute self-belief. Lock in on the computer for 8 hours straight and stop looking for a way out, because the only way out is through the work. Every hour you spend being bored is an hour you could have spent being rich if you had the internal strength to stay focused. You have to realize that the boring broke nights are actually a gift, because they are the universe's way of showing you that your current path is a failure, and it is demanding that you pivot before it's too late. Most people will never change their inner self, because changing the inner self is the hardest work a man can ever do. It requires you to look at your own weaknesses and your own lies and your own laziness and admit that you are the problem. It is much easier to blame the matrix or the economy or the fake friends, but a real man knows that he is the only variable that matters. If you change you, the world has no choice but to change around you. If you stay the same, then 2027 will be exactly like 2026, and 2030 will be exactly like 2029, and you will end up as a forgotten statistic in the graveyard of mediocrity. Break the chains of your own mind. Stop making promises and start making moves. Believe in you so hard that the world starts believing in you too. Never stop trying, because the breakthrough is on the other side of the work you are currently avoiding. You have to be the man who makes his next year actually different, and that process starts this second by choosing the work over the fun and the money over the mood. No days off, because a machine doesn't take days off. No excuses, because a king doesn't need them. Just results. Just the win. Just the total transformation of your ghost in the machine until you are a sovereign operator in a world of digital slaves. The same day stops the moment you decide it stops. The boring night ends the moment you fill it with the fire of your ambition. Nothing has been changed yet because you haven't earned the change. Go out there and earn it. Go out there and be the man your father wanted you to be. Go out there and be the 1%. Change the inner self, and you will change the universe. This is the only truth. This is the only way. This is the code of the winners. Lock in now. Do the work. Prove to everyone that this year is the one where the chain finally snaps. Prove that you are a machine. Prove that you are a winner. Win. 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 The world of 2026 is waiting for the man who actually kept his promise to himself. Be that man and never look back. The boring nights are over the moment you start building the kingdom. The broke days are over the moment you start generating the value. It all starts inside. Change the ghost and the machine will follow. The manifesto is written in your blood and your sweat, so don't let the ink dry before the victory is secure. You said it would change. Now make it change. The clock is ticking, and the AI is learning, and the zombies are sleeping. What are you doing? Are you working or are you wishing? Wishing is for losers. Working is for real men. Money is for real men. Respect is for real men. And real men change themselves before they try to change the world. Be a real man. Be a machine. Be the 1%. Stop being a zombie and start doing things that actually matter. Because every second you spend wandering through your life without a clear objective is a second that the Matrix is successfully harvesting your soul and your energy to power a system that wants you broke, weak, and easily replaceable. In the digital scrap heap of 2026. You have to understand that the difference between a zombie and a real man is the direction of his energy. Because a zombie is a creature of reaction, who is constantly being pulled by the strings of his notifications and his impulses, while a real man is a creature of action who dictates the terms of his existence and refuses to give his attention to anything that doesn't increase his power, his wealth, or the prestige of his bloodline. You are currently living in the schism, where the gap between the predators and the prey is widening every single day. And if you are still doing the same boring things with the same fake friends, then you are effectively choosing to be a casualty of the New World Order. You have to look at your daily routine with the cold, calculating eyes of an assassin, and you have to cut out every single activity that is just noise designed to keep you from the signal. What actually matters is not how many people liked your post, or how many shows you've binged, or how comfortable you feel in your chair, but what matters is the density of your assets and the strength of your frame and the level of sovereignty you have over your time. Your ancestors are watching you with a mixture of confusion and rage, because they see you with the greatest wealth creation tools in human history, and they see you using them to watch videos of people who are actually living while you stay stuck in a boring, broke night that never ends. If you are feeling bored and tired by sitting on a chair, then you have already lost the battle of the mind, because you are letting your physical comfort override your spiritual destiny. A zombie doesn't care about destiny, it only cares about the next hit of dopamine. But a real man knows that his life is a mission that requires the total sacrifice of his fun and his moods for the sake of the crown. You have to realize that getting rich is not hard now, but it is impossible for a zombie who cannot focus for more than 5 minutes on a task that actually generates revenue. You have to work 8 hours straight on that computer, and you have to do it with the intensity of a man who is fighting for his life, because in 2026, you are fighting for your life. The middle class is a burning building, and the only way out is through the window of extreme productivity. If you are incapable of this, then you are born to lose, and you are exactly the kind of person the Matrix wants to keep around as a consumer who pays taxes and dies without a legacy. Stop being a zombie and start doing the things that move the needle. Build the business, train the body, secure the bag, and protect the bloodline. These are the only things that will matter when the dust settles and the winners are separated from the ghosts. You promised last year that your life would be changed, but nothing has been changed, because you are still the same zombie with the same excuses, and you are still waiting for a lucky day that is never going to come for someone who is too lazy to sit in a chair and work. You have to change your inner self, and you have to kill the part of you that wants to be average and liked, because average is a death sentence in the new world. Your friends are fake friends if they aren't pushing you to be a god, and if they aren't working as hard as you are, then they are just dragging you down into the pit of mediocrity. No one is coming to save you, and no one will work for you, so you have to be the machine that does everything yourself until you have the power to command the world. Believe in you, because most people don't even believe in themselves, and if you can't even believe in your own potential, how can you expect the universe to reward you with the prizes of a king? The ancestors didn't fight saber-toothed tigers so you could be a soft, bored, tired digital slave. They fought so you could be a conqueror. So lock in now and start doing the things that actually matter. Every email you send, every line of code you write, every deal you close, and every rep you hit in the gym is a brick in the fortress of your sovereignty. Stop being a zombie and start being the architect of your own empire. The schism is here, and the time for games is over. If you are still broke tomorrow, it's because you chose to be a zombie today. Break the cycle, change the inner self, win the war. You have to understand that the things that actually matter are rarely the things that feel good in the moment, because the path to glory is paved with boredom, repetition, and the absolute refusal to be entertained. A zombie is a slave to his entertainment, but a real man is a master of his execution. When you sit in that chair, you are not just sitting, you are engaging in a spiritual war for the future of your family name, and if you feel tired, then you are admitting that the enemy has already broken your spirit. Real men throughout history have worked through plagues and famines and wars without complaining, and you are complaining because you have to use your brain for a few hours. It is pathetic, and it is the reason you are still in the same boring, broke night. Nothing will ever change until you decide that being a loser is a bigger pain than being a worker. You have to reach a point where you hate your own mediocrity more than you fear the effort required to escape it. You have to look at your life and realize that being a zombie is a slow suicide, and the only way to live is to lock in and produce. The 1% code is about being the one who stays in the chair when everyone else has quit. It's about being the one who believes in the mission when the results haven't shown up yet. It's about being the one who values the respect of his father and the pride of his bloodline over the fun of the moment. If you can do this, then you will become a machine, and a machine cannot be stopped by the fluctuations of the market or the shifts in the AI landscape. You will be the sovereign operator who owns the future, while the zombies are left behind in the past. Stop being a zombie and start doing things that actually matter, like building generational wealth and mastering your physical form. Your ancestors are watching and they want to see a winner. Don't let them down. Don't let yourself down. The world of 2026 is a meat grinder for the weak, but it is a gold mine for the strong. Be strong. Be relentless. Be the man who broke the chains. If you are still feeling bored, then you aren't thinking big enough. If your goals don't scare you and keep you awake at night, then they aren't your goals, they are just wishes. A real man doesn't have time to be bored because he is too busy trying to conquer the world. He is too busy making sure his wife is respected and his father is proud. He is too busy ensuring that he is the top 1% of the 1% in every single category that matters. This is the only way to live. This is the only way to win. Stop being a zombie. Start being a king. Work. Win. Repeat forever. You must realize that the zombie state is a comfortable numbness that the system uses to prevent you from feeling the urgency of your own mortality and the weight of your unfulfilled potential. Every day you spend in that state is a day you are essentially dead before you even hit the grave. To start doing things that actually matter means you have to wake up and face the brutal reality that you are currently not the man you claimed you would be. You have to face the fact that your father is getting older and your bloodline is waiting for a champion, and the world of 2026 is becoming more competitive by the millisecond. If you are sitting on a chair and feeling bored, it's because you have allowed your mind to be colonized by the distractions of the Matrix. You have to decolonize your mind. You have to purge the need for constant stimulation and replace it with a hunger for constant achievement. The things that matter are the things that last. The assets that pay you while you sleep. The body that stays strong into old age. The reputation that commands respect in every room. And the legacy that your children will inherit. A zombie doesn't understand legacy, it only understands the next meal. But you are a man, and a man is defined by what he leaves behind. If you leave behind nothing but a collection of boring broke nights, then you have failed the ultimate test of manhood. You have to be the one who does, regardless of how you feel, because the feeling is a lie, and the work is the truth. The work is the only thing that will save you when the economy crashes or the AI takes the average jobs. The work is the only thing that will earn you the bag and the respect and the sovereignty. Lock in now and stop listening to the fake friends who want you to stay a zombie with them. They are afraid of your potential because your success will expose their laziness. Leave them behind. Join the 1% who never stop trying and who never stop winning. The schism is separating the producers from the consumers, and if you want to be a producer, you have to be a machine. You have to work 8 hours straight, and then you have to find a way to work 8 more. You have to be the man who is so obsessed with the mission that boredom becomes an impossible concept. There is too much to do, too much to win, and too much to conquer for any real man to ever be bored. If you are bored, it's because you are thinking small. Think bigger. Think about owning the city. Think about being the most powerful man in your lineage. Think about the lucky day that you are going to create through sheer force of will. Change your inner self from a spectator to a gladiator. The Coliseum of 2026 is open, and the ancestors are in the stands. Are you going to give them a performance that echoes through history, or are you going to stay a zombie in the shadows? The choice is made by every single minute you spend in that chair. Make it count. Do what actually matters. Get the money. Get the power, get the respect, and never ever stop until you are the one holding the crown. This is the code. This is the reality. This is your destiny. Now go out there and be the machine you were born to